We're obviously so professional. It's
Clearly, it's presence. Morning. So we're going to do a little bit of a session this morning. I think, what's it been advertised as, Dave? Unifrog. Unifrog. So it's actually careers with Unifrog built into it. So, question I want to just get you talking with the person sat next to you now or around you is rewind 16-year-old you, 15, 16-year-old you. Some of you that's easier to remember probably than others. What did you want to be when you grew up? Just have a conversation with the person next to you. What did you want to be?
I wanted to be. I went to uni with the idea that I was going to be the best, like, professional, like, mixer, like, producer. And I went day one. I went, I'm terrible at this. I'm not doing that. Yeah. DJ. Me on like a beat to Clubland, like.
I wanted to be a physiotherapist, but I'm the most squeamish person in the world. So I'm like, why did I choose that? Right, just stand up for me if you are now doing the job that 16-year-old you thought you would be doing. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Amber, stand up. Oh, no. Okay, so we've got some 16-year-old teachers that became teachers. For those of you that didn't stand up, what are you even remotely connected to what 16-year-old you? What did you think, Nicola? Plastic surgeon. Nice. I love that. Anybody else? Jason? What did you want to be? Footballer.
That's the only thing I could do.
Oh, look at you now, though. Aoife, what about you? A pharmacist. Anybody? Chloe, what about you? Oh. Like this. Do you have to be good at science? Oh, interesting. There you go. Right. Next thing I want you to just have a chat with next door is two things, really, next door to each other. How many jobs have you had and careers to this point? And also, if you flash back to 16-year-old you at school, what was your careers education like? Just have a conversation.
It's a lot of beginning with S there on that second bit, wasn't there?
I don't know that you can have too many though. I don't think it's a bad thing. In different careers or in the same career but just different places. Yeah, me too. I've had loads.
I did wash dishes for 8 years.
8 solid years of washing dishes whilst at university and stuff.
So I started at 16 and when I started teaching, at weekends I was washing dishes.
Wowzers. You're a good dishwasher then.
Christmas Day is like
You like that? Right, stand up if you're in the 0 to 5 bracket of jobs. 0 to 5. 0 to 5, the amount of jobs that you've had. Yes, jobs.
You've had 5 jobs here, haven't you?
Okay. Sit down. 5 to 10. Stand up. Sit down. 10 to 15. That would be me. I'm already stood up, but 10 to 15. Yeah. Anybody 15 plus? Sit down. Okay. What was your careers education like at school? Louise, you and I went to school together, didn't we? Yeah, those assessments, and you always get funeral director. And no matter what you do, you always get funeral director on that list, don't you?
I got midwife every time. Midwife.
What was it like? Was it good? Did anybody have really good careers advice and guidance at school? No. The nunnery. I mean, what could go wrong, Eva? So my point being, right? We have all these jobs, and that's fine, isn't it? Because life's not a straightforward path, is it? We're going to do lots of different things. You need lots of transferable skills, but you need to know what's out there to know what you're able to do. And unfortunately, too often, I think it's getting better, but certainly when a lot of us were at school, it wasn't very good, wasn't careers education. So it's really important when we get learners coming to us at all levels, all ages, and all brands, that we are doing what we can to help them with their careers education, because it's a minefield out there. And quite often when you ask young people, I have a 15-year-old that's literally just going through this whole what's my life going to look like, and he wants to be an engineer. And when I ask him why, he can't articulate that. It's just because he's heard you can earn a lot of money being an engineer. No, I'll get him in front of you. So I was showing him this last night, and I was showing him a function on it, and he's like, I don't want to know all of that. I just want you to filter it by how much money I can earn doing anything. I'm like, that's not really what it's about. Money's important, but there's other things as well. So, and when you ask young people, what do you want to be? Quite often they'll articulate what they know people do, like their family, what they do, what their friends do, money, professional sports people, that kind of thing is what you get, isn't it? So what we've been looking at, and do you want to introduce yourself? Some people will know you, some people won't.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris Mertens. I'm back at the college, having worked here before, but I am the new Student Experience and Careers Lead. I remember my new job title here at the college. So all of this stuff we've just spoken about there kind of falls under me now.
Yeah, so Chris and I are working together on what the overarching career strategy looks like, and we'll be launching that. But you know, we've done a lot of work, haven't we, this year, and you know, in curriculums around work experience, enrichment, and why it's so important, careers. And we're going to carry on that. But what we wanted to show you is we've literally just signed the dotted line, and we've bought a platform called Unifrog. So Unifrog, has anybody heard of it? I know you lot will have. Has anybody heard of Unifrog before? Yeah, Louise, yeah. So it's essentially a careers education platform. So we're launching it in A-levels during their Destinations Week, not next week, the week after. And then there'll be a full rollout of it over summer. But I just wanted to give you a really whistle-stop tour, because in terms of what you'll be planning now, in terms of your curriculums, your schemes of learning, what you're planning for PPD, there's loads of stuff in there that's dead good. So we'll get your login and everything, so you'll be able to do it yourself. So what this is that you're looking at is the view of what it looks like for a student. So they log in, and basically what they can do is they'll be building, if they're going to uni, all of their UCAS stuff is built in here. You put the tutor references in, it pulls it all together. There isn't bits of information all over the place. You can see where everyone's at. So there's that functionality to it. But the good stuff, if you just scroll down for me, Chris, is on here, keep going. There's a few different functions. So this bit is really good. So there's different quizzes they can do. Interests, personality, which is based on the Myers-Briggs stuff, what they like in terms of work environments, profiles. They answer the questions, and then it churns up a load of jobs. Well, for a funeral director, I'm sure it'll be in there. But it churns up a load of jobs to do. And then what they can do is they can search different things. Now, if we just look at universities alone, for a young person trying to figure out what university to go to, it's a minefield trying to search it, understand it, know what grades they need, know what's a good choice, like a safe choice, what's an aspirational choice. There's information everywhere. What this platform does is it pulls it all together. So a learner can put their subject that they're interested in, their grade profile in, and it will give them essentially 3 different columns. It'll give them a safe choices for them and all the universities and courses. It'll give them kind of aspirational ones, and then it'll give them the ones where actually, no, this isn't an option, which is really helpful for learners when they're trying to navigate. But if you just go into the careers library for me, so you can go in here, and if you just scroll down, you can put searches in. So I was showing my son last night, so this is why engineering's in. So if you just press that and go down, and what you've got there is all the different kind of jobs that are related to engineering. So they can search in there. If you just click in one of them.
What do we want to do?
Train conductor.
Train conductor,
Let's have a look at train
100%.
conductor. So if you go down,
that's not in the UK, is it? Look at that.
What you've got in there is the kind of duties that you'd have. Keep going. What working hours, career paths, skills you need, entry requirements, careers, subjects attached to unit. And then if you carry on going down, there's labour market information in there. So expected salaries. in different locations across the country. So it knows that we're in Lancashire. So it's giving us Lancashire data, but then it gives us data compared to other parts of the country as well. So if you've got learners that are thinking they're going to be moving, and whether those jobs are growing or decreasing. So some really interesting information that learners can get really quickly. If you come back out of that, I'm really giving you a whistle start and back out again. And back out again. Subject library. I won't go through each of them, but in the subject library, again, just if you just press go for me. What you've got in here then is in this, there's videos, there's things to read, there's things to listen to that can help in terms of careers, but also like a day in the life of, just what's the geek out bit? I can't remember what that bit is. Yeah, so what that showed is that in these sector areas where there might be specific niches around certain different aspects as well. If you just come out, Chris, completely again.
Oh, all going wrong. That one, that one.
So the other thing, I won't go into them all. So you can go into here and there's a library of different things that would help. So with careers education, it should be done in PPD and it can be done by a general thing. But actually when the magic happens is when you're embedding it into your curriculum areas. So you can go into the know-how library and into the read, watch and listen. And there's loads of resources for you to be able to use within your subject areas. These two bits though are brilliant. So courses and MOOC. So with courses, you can go into it and you can enrol onto specific courses that Unifrog have on offer. So if you just look at that straight away, if you're a psychology teacher, psychology behind memory, can images make yours better? So in terms of that added value stuff, that they can log this as enrichment hours. So it's a way to, I know some of you have struggled with that, getting those learners doing enrichment and work experience stuff. This is a nice, easy way to do it. So we can pull the data out of here and they can log it as enrichment. If you go back out of that, if you go into MOOCs, I don't know what MOOC stands for. Does anybody know? Massive Online Summer Course, right? So there we go, a massive summer online course. So if you click next, and if we go anthropology, because that's there, you can search by subject and it will come up with a load of courses that are free that people can enrol onto from various different organisations across the world, never mind just in this country. So there's a lot like that one. You could do a Pyramids of Giza, Ancient Egypt at Harvard University online for 8 weeks. So if we can get learners doing this sort of stuff, how much added value is that giving them in terms of their curriculum and their courses? And they can log it as enrichment and they can log it as work experience depending on what it is. Any questions about it?
Yeah,
go on.
So you're going to get every student to enrol into this.
Yeah.
Next academic.
So what will happen in September when all enrolments are complete, there'll be an bulk upload and every learner will have a login. The AS learners are going to get their logins next week because they're going to do it for that destinations week. So we're using you like guinea pigs a little bit, trying to tweak out any issues with them so we can get it right for everybody else. But what I will make sure is that you have a login before we break up for summer, because actually what you can start doing is having a look around because it will help build some of your resources for your curriculum. We are doing some training, so that is not the training. It was a very whistle-stop tour. So we've got a meeting with Unifrog today to look at an implementation plan in terms of what it will look like for each division. So we'll let your divisional heads know how we're going to do that. But we just wanted to introduce you to it. All right.
Are we going to give it to adult learners as well?
I think it is very, have a look at it. My view is yes, because they can access bits of it. However, it is very much at a younger audience. So it's probably saying to them, this is aimed at a younger audience, but you might find aspects of it that are really useful, particularly that courses and that MOOC bit, definitely. Yeah? Right?
These have like a teacher platform or...
Yeah, so that's the student view. So in the teacher platform, if you're a tutor, what will happen is you will be able to access all of your tutor groups. So if you just go to the top, Chris, of where I'm at, what it shows me is how many things I've completed as a student. So I have 7%, it's all right, 7% completed. You'll be able to view that as a tutor where everyone's at as a learner. All right, thank you. I'm gonna have to run. Sorry. Thanks.
Boom.
Sorry, I've got to run.